You're leaving Capital City.
Well, my dad got transferred to another fire hall. What am I supposed to do?
Look out! They're coming! They're coming!
Listen. What is that?
We have no idea.
Let me get this straight. You started what kind of a film festival here in Capital City?
A Klaus von Steinhauer festival.
I need to warn you.
Warn me about what?
About what's happening.
Sir, what we appear to be dealing with here is giant frogs.
Look out!
You mean no, I mean like destruction machines.
Get off of me! Get off of me!
We may have to consider evacuating the city.
You? That's impossible.
After, come on!
That man is not who he says he is. It's a trap.
Surely you're not going to believe a word she says.
Good luck, warriors.
It's Mr. Plant.
He's in the old movie.
Which is impossible. Those movies were made over 60 years ago. Mr. Plant does not look 100 years old.
So that means?
He's not human.
I make the monsters speak.
It's about time you tell us who you really are, Mr. Plant.
Who I really am?
Who you really are.
We saw you in the old movie.
And in the old movie poster.
And you look exactly the same in both of them, which would make you around 100 years old.
I don't care how much moisturizer you use, that just isn't on.
All right, then, I'll tell you.
No one in the projection booth. Maybe... Mr. Plant?
Greer?
Luke! Did you guys see that? He changed. I've never seen anything like that.
Yes, we have. Bonka's teacher, Mr. Fishbein, changed underwater. Wasn't it just like that?
You're right. It was exactly like that.
Which way did he go?
Towards Cinema 1.
Come on, guys. It's time we figure out what this guy's all about. You're saying something about old movie posters?
Yeah. This one with Mr. Plant's picture on it.
You didn't notice anything about the rest of them?
Attack of the Dragons, skeletons, pterodactyls.
Tyrannosaurus. They're just some of the creatures we faced.
Yeah, but that's really not so strange. After all, we knew almost from the beginning that we were dealing with monsters from von Steinhauer films.
Except with these, they're lined up in practically the exact same order as the monsters arrived in Capital City.
There was another place that these films were screened in almost the exact same order. Remember when Krieger first told us about the Creature Fest on CCTN on the night of March 15th?
Got this one off the air a couple months ago when CCTN had a Klaus von Steinhauer Monster Fest weekend.
You mean they put it on the air in that condition?
No, see, everything started out all right, but then the weirdest thing happened. Suddenly there were all these strange, wavy lines, almost as if something was monitoring the broadcast. March 15th, I remember thinking, beware the Ides of March.
That was the same night that something absolutely huge blocked out the night sky.
So we're talking something big.
Enormous. Big enough to block out all perception of the cosmos. Can you picture it? Exactly.
I know where you're going with this, because it was right after that that the creatures started getting weirder.
Not just weirder, though. More real.
That could only mean one thing.
Klaus might have started making the monsters on his own, but he wasn't alone. Somebody was helping him.
Or something. I mean, I know what I saw in the haunted house when we were chasing the T-Rex. And now this Mr. Plant.
In this movie. And every time it... Who's that?
There's someone in here, I can tell.
Krieger? Mr. Plant? Miss Electrical Worker?
There's something very strange about these movies. It's not like a Klaus von Steinhauer movie at all.
You're right. It appears to be a silent film, and silent films were finished long before Klaus was even born.
Luke, the frogs, they don't sound the same. Guys, we have to go find out what's going on outside. Back to the ventilators.
Do you understand now?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I get it.
Are you with us now?
This is only reading the life signs of 3 warriors. Oh!
Your friends!
They're in trouble. Down there. Where'd they go? Where is everybody? What's happened to the monster warriors?
We have to see what they're doing.
Fire! You're seeing something else!
What are we gonna do, guys? We can't stay in here forever and we can't fight these things off.
Or maybe we don't have to fight them.
Luke, where have you been? I thought you were right behind us.
Tabitha, maybe we should start thinking about this. What if, by destroying Capital City, the frogs were actually doing us a favor?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the possibility of a newer and better city. Believe me, you just saw this film back there? It all makes sense to me now.
Dink Dorman here, almost live with breaking news. Capital City is practically deserted, folks. That's right, no one is on the streets. That's because giant frogs have taken over the city.
That isn't Luke.
No kidding.
So, like all I'm saying here, if the frogs did manage to destroy Capital City, it wouldn't be all that bad.
Right. I think I know what you mean.
Tony wasn't really buying this, is he?
All he's trying to do is buy us time. We need to find the others. We're gonna need Krieger's help and even that electrical worker lady. Most of all, we need to know where that creepy Mr. Plant is.
Okay, well, what about Luke?
Antonio knows how to take care of himself.
So, if higher level beings took over, the city would be better off.
Let's go. What do you think?
Well, in Ecclesiastes, we read that for every time there is a purpose. And at this time, I believe our purpose is to hide.
But your friends weren't in the lobby. Where do you think they...
Freeze! Krieger?
Let me guess. We got trouble?
Hey. What I think we need to do here is get out there and help them destroy Capital City. Right. See, it's the only thing that makes sense. So we're gonna start taking apart the city by squashing it, right, Antonio? See, it just hit me, in a moment of perfect clarity that all this monster fighting, it doesn't make any sense. And at the same time, what are those for?
Okay, it was that crazy old movie. I know it. Luke not being Luke, that's horrible.
I'm starting to wonder if that weird movie Mr. Plant is showing is even a movie at all. I mean, I've certainly never heard of it. Maybe it's a kind of charm. If you watch it long enough, you start to agree with Klaus's plan to destroy Capital City.
But Klaus isn't Klaus either. Okay, I know Klaus has done a lot of things to destroy Capital City, including creating the giant frogs. But I just don't think it's right to judge him right now. Because it's not him inside him anymore.
I'm not sure I understand, Miss Gore.
He changed after the spaceship.
Spaceship?
Klaus! Klausy? Where did you go? I had another one of my little sleeping spells, and the next thing I knew... There you are, crazy boy. What are you doing?
It was the night of the creature fest. I went for a walk to get away from shady past rest home. I'm sure I did. And then I ended up here.
But that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Just before
I started to make the monsters speak.
It's like he was, I don't know, remembering something that happened months ago and looking for it to come back. And the other night, I think he found it.
Come to me! Come to me! I am Klaus von Steiner.
When I woke up, there was Klaus, like nothing had happened. He told me I dreamt the whole thing, but I don't think I did. Because today, there was no question. Klaus isn't Klaus.
What are you talking about? You seem so strange.
And that will be the end of Klaus von Steinauer.
End? What are you talking about?
And the Monster-Warriors will lead my new creature invasion.
So that's how I ended up here. I thought maybe the key to what was happening to him was in this old movie house.
And that's why we have to get out of here while we still have the chance.
Out of here? How? There are hundreds of frogs waiting to tear us apart.
They're not waiting anymore. They're sleeping.
Klaus von Steinauer creatures don't sleep.
Mechanical monsters don't, that's right. But once you mix them with alien DNA, they're no longer mechanical. That means that while they may be fiercer, they also have to do a lot of the same things that real creatures do.
Like sleep.
My guess is now is our only chance.
And Luke?
Come on, guys! We can destroy Capital City together! It'd be great.
I'm saying for the good of everyone involved, we leave him behind on this one.
I'm not leaving him behind.
Tabby, it's just for now. It's what Luke would do.
Antonio's right. You three need to get out of here. You might be the only hope Capital City has left.
We'll take care of your friend.
Be careful. If we could just make it to City Hall, I think we can set up a command post from the safety of the basement. From there, we can contact the civil authorities and let them know what's going on. Okay, move out.
What do you see?
I think they're gonna make it.
But that's not what we wanted.
None of you seem to understand. We wanted to keep the Monster Warriors so they could help us. We had hoped we wouldn't have to resort to getting rid of them, but that seems to be the situation that's been forced upon us.
Mr. Plant!
I think we all know that I'm not Mr. Plant. And if the battle is about to begin, perhaps we should become properly introduced.
Let the battle begin. Soon, Luke, you will find the joy in doing your friends.
I got this one, guys, go!
Not a chance!
Aim!
Fire!
You have to do it. You must destroy those who attempt to save Capital City. Fire on your friends.
Luke, you can't!
I must destroy them in order to destroy Capital City.
Shoot!
Don't!
Shoot!
I must destroy Capital City!
But not Tabby. Isn't that your girlfriend's name?
She's not my girlfriend.
Yes, she is. Whether you or she know it or not. And the other two, aren't they your best friends? Luke, believe me, I am the last girl to go for a happy ending. But I do know that when you find something spicy, it's pretty rare.
I'm not going anywhere without you. Surely did know how to fix these things.
Mark my words, the new monster battle has just begun!
Do your best, Mr. Alien. Whatever monsters you've got to dish out, my friends and I can handle them.
What in the world?
You ever get the feeling that things just got a lot more complicated?
You ever get the feeling she knows a lot more about making these weapons than I thought?
That doesn't make any sense. How do Klaus von Steinhauer creatures just disappear?
They don't. At least not the Klaus von Steinhauer creatures we've come to know, which tells us we clearly have a new problem on our hands. Is it you? It's me.
How do we know?
It's him. I know.
Boy, you really had us worried there for a minute. Don't know what happened to me in there. It's like that movie just totally took me over. Then all of a sudden I snapped out of it. Guess that just goes to show some things are stronger than even alien spells.
Dorman here, folks, and CCTN is back on the airwaves. All seems well and peaceful again in Capital City. No one knows why, but it seems that the strange threat has suddenly disappeared.
So what are you saying, Antonio?
Klaus is still out there. Whether his brain has been taken over completely by the aliens or whether he still has the potential for independent function, that's another question. But what this flowchart clearly shows is that at no point have the aliens shown their ability to create the primary creatures without Klaus's help. Now, I've also created another flowchart here that shows how we can function as a team of 3 warriors as opposed to 4. Now, if you check this part out right here...
You created a flowchart to show us how to fight monsters?
Is there a problem with that?
No, it's cool. It's just,
If we're gonna be facing a whole new set of monsters, and now we're only 3, we're gonna need more than a flowchart. We're gonna need
weapons. A whole new set of monsters means a whole new set of weapons.
I thought you were...
Packing with my dad? I was. But lately he's been reminding me of something.
What's that?
Well, the whole reason he's switching firehouses is because that's his duty, to help people. So maybe my duty is...
So you're staying?
Yeah, well, you guys gotta remember, I have Britt and Agatha, so I have a place to stay in Capital City.
And there's no other reason you're staying in Capital City?
School, and Agatha, friends. No. Well, except for this. I'm the one who knows how to build the weapons. Not you or you, and especially not you. So the next time we're on the field and something goes a little wrong, just ask yourself this. When was the last time you were able to build a Monster Blaster photon beam spreader out of an old CD player and a coffee grinder? So, if you guys will excuse me, I need to find a place to put my stuff.
Well, I think it's safe to say Tabby's back.
I think so.
I don't think we should talk to her for the rest of the day.
You guys have got a lot of work to do. It's monster time.